Hello, listener, and welcome back to another episode of
Honourable Mentions.
Hello, Neil.
All right, Steve. Sup, bud?
Can you do honourable mentions in an Australian accent, please? Go.
Honourable Mentions? Because they go upwards when they finish a sentence.
Of course. I've been to Australia. Have you ever been to Australia?
Clang. Sorry, there's a name drop there. I'll better pick that one up.
Shall I tell you an amusing story? When you go to Australia, you go to Sydney, and in the middle of Sydney, they've got a harbour, which is called Sydney Harbour. And then over that harbour, linking the two sides together, they have a bridge, and it's called Sydney Harbour Bridge. Oh, it's crazy. They're crazy, our Australian cousins.
I'm sorry there. I just completely drifted off.
Little anecdote for you there.
Was it an anecdote?
My worldly travels. But the reason I asked you to do
Honourable Mentions
in an Australian accent.
Honourable Mentions, mate. Bruce.
Good day, mate. Are you doing any of those honourable mentions today, mate? That sort of stuff. It's because we're heading to Australia for today's episode.
Okie dokie.
So you're ready and strapped in?
I've strapped on, yet.
No, not if you've got any strap-ons. Are you strapped in?
Oh, I'm strapped in as well, yes.
Because we're going jetting off to the other side of the world, to Australia.
Nice. Where
we're going to meet Cecil George Edwards.
Cecil.
Who was born in Brisbane, Australia on the 6th of August, 1942.
1942?
1942, gobber. Now, young Cecil, he grew up poor.
Ah, bless him.
With a single mother who couldn't afford to keep Cecil and his brother Alan.
He only had the one mother then?
He only had the one mother, but she had two sons,
right,
Cecil and Alan.
Another Alan.
Another Alan?
Yeah, we had Alan Capone, haven't we, before?
We talked about Alan Capone before, haven't we?
Yes, I've got a memory of an elephant. I went to a zoo once and saw an elephant.
So from the age of 7, Cecil was sent to a series of orphanages and boys' homes where he was physically and sexually abused. I know.
Gits. That's filth.
That's pretty horrendous.
No. Yeah.
Particularly as a 14-year-old ward of Blackheath Presbyterian Boys' Home in the Brisbane suburb of Oxley. That's where he got treated particularly badly when he was 14. By his mid-teens, Cecil had received the one true education of his formative years and was a practised petty criminal.
Was he?
But then he's Australia, isn't he? I mean...
Well, they're all criminals.
I was going to say, with arrests for stealing cars and robbing liquor stores, or as they're known in Australia, mate, they're called bottle shops.
Bottle or bottle?
Bottle shops.
Why didn't you say bottle then?
Or botlos. That's what they call them over there. Because everything's a Webbo or a Botlo or a Steve-O, so they call them botlos. One such botlo robbery, that sounds like a mate of his. One such botlo robbery led to his capture and a short prison sentence, after which Cecil Edwards started going by an alias.
Yeah, go on.
Can you guess what that alias was?
Australian criminals. Mel Gibson.
For the benefit of the tape, if Mel Gibson's lawyers are listening in, we're not alleging anything.
Hugh Jackman's first Australians I can think of.
Any Australian? What about Kylie Minogue or Skippy the Bush Kangaroo or that bloke who used to go around punching crocodiles in the nuts for a living? Could be any of them, couldn't it? No, we're talking about Cecil Edwards started going by the alias of Jack Karlson.
Oh, I've never heard of him.
No, well, you will do. While being held on a drunk and disorderly, Jack's fingerprints were matched to a series of crimes right across Australia.
Ooh, so he's travelled about a bit then.
He was a bit of an old boy, he was.
Wasn't he?
In 1966, he was 24 years old and jailed in Boggo Road. Told you everything to know.
Yeah.
Which
Boggo Rodo. Which
served as Brisbane's main prison from 1883 to the 1980s. Nowadays, of course, it's a cultural heritage site, tourist attraction and event venue nowadays, offering historical tours.
Bizzo.
He was in Priso. He was in Priso, in Bogo, in Australia.
They didn't do historical tours because people were in prison.
And it was notorious for its horrific conditions and inhumane practices.
Can you enlighten on that a little bit?
So not only was he in prison, but he was in possibly the worst prison in Australia, which is itself a large open-air prison, as we know.
What is inhumane things? Is it make him like poo in a bucket and things like that?
I think worse than that.
Perhaps made him read tour guides of Northampton.
Perhaps made them watch videos on Northampton whilst listening to piped-in Coldplay music. Yeah. Imagine that. But this was 1966, so Coldplay wouldn't have been around, but Northampton very much would have been. Perhaps the worst offenders were deported back to England and Northampton.
Yeah.
Imagine that, because Australia, I've been to Australia, did I mention that?
No, you have not mentioned that, no.
Well, Australia is actually a really, really nice place. Fantastic country full of really nice people. In fact, lovely weather. But imagine being sent from there and say, right, mate, you can't have this anymore. You're off to Northampton. Oh dear. That's inhumane, isn't it? That's a good suggestion, Neil.
Thank you, Stephen.
So, old Jack, we're calling him Jack now because that's the name he was going by.
Yeah.
So if you're paying attention, this was Cecil, it's now Jack, same person.
Yeah, I think I'd change my name to Jack if I was called Cecil.
Jack Karlson was on a train going from Bogo Road Jail to face one of his charges, a breaking, entering and stealing charge at Maryborough Magistrates Court.
Maryborough, oh yeah.
Maryborough Magistrates Court over at Brisbane Way there.
Yeah, know that.
He was handcuffed to a police officer for the journey, but when the officer fell asleep, Jack picked the lock on the handcuffs with his belt buckle, moved along the carriages and simply jumped off, and the train slowed down to let another pass. He's on his toes.
He was, wasn't he?
He's on his toes. He then avoided...
The film, so did he roll a few times and then get up and go, Jazzans?
I bet he did.
Yeah.
But he then avoided all police roadblocks set up to recapture him by giving his name...
You just walk round them, wouldn't you?
He gave his name and address as Jack Karlson, which all checked out, especially, and get this, especially as he'd been arrested and processed under another alias of Helmut Markson.
What? Helmut Marksman?
Helmut Markson.
Oh, there's a helmet marksman.
As in
That's a hell of a shot, that, isn't it?
As in helmet marksman.
Don't go for the face, go for the helmet.
So he's using all these aliases. So they're looking at, they're saying, right, we're looking for this Helmut Markson.
Yeah.
Up marches Jack Karlson. Are you Helmut Markson? No, you look a bit like him. Well, look at my paperwork.
Yeah. That would fool anybody, wouldn't it?
This is my address. I don't know how he had paperwork when he just come out of prison.
Yeah, well, I get that. See, when I walk in a shop and people say, are you Brad Pitt? No, I'm not. I do look like him, I know, but yeah.
Do they?
Yeah, they do, yeah, often.
Are they saying that because they think you look like Brad Pitt, or are they using the Cockney rhyming slang?
That's Eartha Kitt.
As a swear. Which we won't go into because we don't do that on this. We're responsible broadcasters.
Yeah, we don't say shit. Oops.
2 years later,
yes,
Jack was locked up in McLeod Prison on Victoria's French Island for another theft. Surrounded by marshland, no one had ever, I stress that word, ever
made a success.
It was nicely stressed. I could have stressed the word had.
You could have put dramatic bit more drama into it.
So, okay, 2 years later, Jack was locked up in McLeod Prison Farm on Victoria's French Island for another theft. Surrounded by marshland, no one had ever made a successful escape from French Island until Jack Karlson came along.
Wow. With his helmet marksman.
Slipping away from a work detail, he and another convict hid out in a brush and shrub island for days, avoiding air and land searches. Eventually, so Jack's story goes, they flagged down a fisherman who just so happened to be unfamiliar with the area and unaware that there was a prison on the island.
No prison on the island, though.
And Jack convinced him to give them a lift to the mainland.
Wow.
I don't know how you could be unaware there's a prison on an island. You probably see it. I don't know how big this island is.
Exactly, yeah. Over in Australia, I'm sure it'd be a big O prizzo.
How long was Jack Karlson free as the morning breeze?
For the rest of his natural life.
To give you a clue, it's between 1 and 4 months and comes after 2 months.
Well, that's a good clue, Steve. 1 after 4, comes after 2. It's got to be 3.
Well done. It was 3 months. Did you use a calculator there, or was that all done?
I used my fingers, thank you.
Well done. It was 3 months until he was back inside again, picked up with a friend called Peter Maund.
What's he Maund? Was he upset?
Peter Maund, M-A-U-N-D. Both of them in a stolen car and carrying safe-breaking tools they were when they were stopped.
Wow.
At their court date to face their charges, Maund arrived wearing scruffy clothes and looking like he hadn't seen the inside of a bathroom in months.
Right. No respect for himself, has he?
No respect for himself. Whereas Jack was neat and tidy in a sharp suit and tie.
Nice. Well done, Jack.
In the courthouse holding cells, Jack persuaded the other prisoners to heckle and spit on him and called him a dirty cop when he and Maund were called.
Say again. When he was down in the holding cells, he convinced all the other people in the cells to spit on him
and call him a dirty cop when he and Maund were called to court. So here we go. Here lies within a sense of deliberate practice in what otherwise would be seen as perhaps a little bit of madness.
Yeah. Can you spit on me?
Entering the courtroom and acting all confused, Jack introduced himself to the supervising officer and asked where Karlson and Maund could be found. The officer said they were in the holding cells. Jack said they weren't because he's just come from there with another prisoner who he had with him, who was, of course, Maund. And they were heading for another courtroom. Amid the panic of a potential serial escapee not being where he should be, Jack escorted Maund right out the front door into freedom. And that is a true story. So when you say what's he doing? Put no effort in at all, turn up looking all scruffy like that. It was deliberate. That was their plan all along.
Oh. So they're very clever, very wise, but then again, the people in the courtroom were a bit thick.
It was only a few days before they were recaptured as they holed out in an apartment on Sydney's North Shore. I've been to Sydney.
Have you?
Yeah. I spent a lot of time in Sydney.
I bet you have, you dirty pig.
I've also been to Australia.
Yeah.
A good bloke. This time, police blocked every court building, entrance and exit, and Jack was handed down an 8-year sentence. So this time I thought, well, he ain't going to do that again.
Yeah, this time he's going to stay in Northampton.
He's going to stay in court, in jail. They probably said to him, if you don't stop being naughty, you're off, mate.
Yeah.
You're off to Northampton.
Yeah.
So that would straighten him up, wouldn't it? The year was 1968, and Jack's life was about to take a dramatic turn.
Ooh, did he see Jesus?
No, the word dramatic is used there in lots of senses, and if you bear with me, we will find out. He wound up in Parramatta, a prison in the Sydney area, where he was put in an unusually large cell with an inmate named Jim McNeil.
Jim McNeil?
Hello, Neil, he must have said. Hello, McNeil. McNeil was very intelligent, a lover of poetry, and a student of politics and philosophy, but serving time for a string of violent armed robberies.
Well, he obviously didn't use his talents to get himself into a political background or anything, did he? He just thought, nah, sod it, I'm just going to beat people up and rob them. Don't like him.
Violent armed robberies. He heard about Jack's detective escape and thought it was hilarious.
Yeah, I bet he did.
And so the pair bonded immediately.
Wow.
They began a debating society that invited local college students to discuss topics of the day. They brewed something called Pruno.
I was going to join a debating society.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I was talked out of it. That's the one.
But they brewed something called pruno.
So that'd be prunes.
Out of yeast and raisins stolen from the prison kitchens.
Yeah, so it'd be prunes, wouldn't it?
Jack said that it was disgusting, but it got you good and proper drunk. So I told you everything had an O on the end, didn't it?
Yeah. So perhaps they invented polos.
Pruno, polo. What, the game or the whole?
I don't know. Did Frank Bruno come from there?
Well, he could have done, couldn't he?
Yeah.
Bruno, polo shirts, polo mints, the polo game, water polo. Oh, there's all sorts of things they invented over there.
Yeah.
Do you think Bono comes from there?
Yeah, it's must do, isn't he? It was just like Bon.
I thought he was Irish. Yeah.
No.
Probably did then. And Boney, the dog treat, probably ended up coming from over there.
Ox as well.
Called Bonio.
The gravy granules.
Oxo, mate. Yeah.
Mm.
You'd be Neil-o. All right, Neil.
Yeah. Oh. And Bisto. Oh, there's loads of stuff that comes from over there.
I bet there is.
Kylie Minogue.
You ever had Golden Gay Time?
Sometimes. I do quite enjoy a bit of Golden Gay Time, yeah.
It's so hard to have a gay time on your own. It could be that great chalk and biscuit coating.
It's so hard to have a gay time on your own.
It could be that smooth toffee ice cream in the centre. Or that whole delicious golden gay time taste.
Hard to have a gay time on your own.
Street's Golden Gay Time. Now available in smooth chocolate, mouth-watering mint and scrumptious strawberry.
You may recall
that's what they said.
That I said to you that Jack's life in 1968 was about to take a dramatic turn.
You did say dramatic turn.
Dramatic turn. While they're inside these pair, while they're
inside each other.
No, while these two were inside.
Oh, right, okay. So someone inside this pair, that's a bit wrong, isn't it?
While these two
were gone back to his old school days.
While these two were inside their overly large cell with their debating societies and things, McNeil, hello, Neil, began writing plays.
Oh.
So do you see now why I say the word dramatic had several
because there's going to be some actor was.
And he was finding that he was pretty good at it too.
Well, in his own opinion.
Well, no, lots of people were saying he was good at it. I mean, he's Australian, so he was no Shakespeare.
Exactly.
If you're English, you just churn out Shakespeare, don't you? That's what we do. But no, he was a crim, but he was quite good at it too. And our friend Jack took to painting to find out he was fairly good at that as well. He eventually painted portraits of his fellow inmates that many of them kept once they were released.
Right.
But it was McNeil's plays that really started to attract attention, with characters based on real inmates, including Jack Karlson himself.
Mm-hmm.
His plays were set in a single cell, are easy to put on, and a company was formed called the Mess Hall Players that performed McNeil's plays and other works, not only to prisoners and staff, but to the fee-paying public who would enter the prison gates to witness Australia's prison playwright.
Ooh.
So this is McNeil.
Yeah.
Jack found, as well as having a talent for painting, he was something of a natural theatre actor.
As I say, a bit as an actor.
A charismatic presence treading the boards.
A bit of a thespian.
Alas, poor Yorick, I knew him, Horatio.
They start saying they love everybody. Oh, I love him. He's so good. I love him. He's such a darling. Things like that.
I don't think you go through prison calling people darling, do you?
Well, the actors do, don't they? They call everyone darling and love everybody.
Yes,
everyone loves him.
Yeah, but in prison, that could get you in a bit of a situation.
Well, depends what you're into. If you're like a bit of a golden gay time.
Could be a miscommunication, couldn't it? So McNeil, hello, Neil. After Jack proved himself a charismatic presence treading the boards, McNeil was released in 1974. And if you check back through the records, that was an actual year.
Yeah.
And almost instantly became a star.
Ooh.
Star! That's what you wanted.
Yeah.
He was invited to the swankiest parties, and I have to be careful how I say that, the swankiest parties with Australia's in crowd. He even married an actress and won prestigious awards. So when you say, yeah, he was right in his plays, he was good in his opinion, no, he wasn't. He was good in everyone's opinion. He had a hidden talent.
Okay, I'll take that back now. I take that back now, okay? All right. Calm down. Don't get so violent.
Jack had to serve another 2 years without his mate and was released in 1976. But when he was, McNeill gave him starring roles in his plays, which in turn led to him being offered some parts in TV shows.
Wow.
So Jack's life was definitely on the up. He met and married a lady called Ivanka Jugum.
Ivanka Jugum?
Jugum.
Oh, Jugum.
I think she was Slavic.
Was that sort of name, Ivanka?
Ivanka Jugum. Jack and Ivanka, who he called Eve, so we'll stick with that, had 2 children, Heidi and Jim McNeill Karlson. So he even named his son after his mate.
Yeah.
Jim McNeill Karlson. They were happy together for a while until associations from Jack and Eve's past lives caught up with them in a convoluted heap of criminals, love triangles, and psychopathic serial killers. It
sounds like life in Northampton.
It does. I was going to say for you, that's just another Tuesday, isn't it? But for Jack and Eve, that was a whole heap of mess coming their way. The couple became involved in busting someone called Australia's Charles Manson, a dangerous psychopathic raving loon by the name of Barry Quinn, out of jail.
It sounds very psychopathic. I mean, Charles Manson sounds good. Barry Quinn.
Well, hi, my name's Barry Quinn. Barry Quinn was the one-time boyfriend of Eve, and there had been many attempts to get him out of jail, but Jack had a solution that involved fake medical emergencies and clambering through hospital windows. He was good, Jack. Jack knew how to escape from places.
He did, didn't he? Wow.
He did. And it worked.
No, it didn't.
The newly freed Quinn, along with Eve, who had played the part in the hospital of his concerned girlfriend, went to lay low until some of the heat died down. So what had happened was they'd got this Barry Quinn. Hello, my name's Barry Quinn. They got him to fake an medical emergency.
Like hay fever or something?
Something worse than that. I think they gave him some sort of drug that sort of slowed his heartbeat down or something like that. Could have been man flu. Could have been anything. Let's face it, you're in Australia. It could be anything, couldn't it? Any tropical disease, pick one.
Yeah, bitten by an ant.
Yeah, exactly. One of those spiders they got over there.
Yeah.
You've got the toilet lid and there's a spider the size of your face. So what they did anyway,
can we just go back? If a spider's in a toilet, why are you putting your face near it to see how big it is? What are you doing with your head near a toilet?
I was just using the size of your face. Our listener, who should still be with us, hopefully. Hello, listener. Hope you're doing well. Our listener would like to think, well, how big are these spiders? And I say, they're roughly the size of your face. So the listener then immediately thinks, okay, I can now picture that.
Yeah, but everyone's got a different size face.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? That's big for a spider, isn't it?
Yeah, you could have said like 15 centimetres, and then that's a specific size. Everyone knows about it.
Yeah, but I don't know.
But I'm concerned about your head being near a toilet.
I don't know the biological ins and outs of Australia's arachnid population, so I can't tell you the size.
Well, there you go.
That's the
difference between an amateur and a professional, Stephen. That's all I'm saying. I knew it was 17 centimetres.
This is nothing to do with our story. Let's just carry on willy-nilly, shall we?
Yeah. They were good in the 80s. When Vanilli, what were they called?
Willy-nilly. Vanilli. They weren't good in the 80s because they were cheats, weren't they?
Sorry. You know it's true.
Girl.
Yeah.
Yes. It worked. Anyway, a newly freed Queen, along with Eva, who played the part in the hospital, was a concerned girlfriend, went to lay low until some of the heat had died down. We've covered this.
Yes.
He climbed out. Anyway, he was pretending he was ill. He wasn't that ill. Once they got him in the hospital down there and Eve was with him, they shoved him out the window. She followed him out the window. Jack helped them escape. But things turned sour quickly because Jack, while out one evening, as he was wont to do, strolling down the street.
Can do. He's a free man.
He's a free man. Nothing stopping him. He was shot from a passing vehicle.
What, just randomly, or?
Yeah, shot in the leg from a passing vehicle.
Fair enough. Just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
The trouble is, he was in the state of Victoria where he couldn't go to the police or seek medical attention because there he was still a wanted man.
Yeah.
So they still had a warrant out on him for his previous misdemeanours. Then Eve, who was in hiding with, "Hello, my name's Barry Quinn."
Barry Quinn?
Barry Quinn. She didn't return from hiding out, even though he was caught 69 days after his breakout. So Jack was then thinking, well, where's she gone then?
Yeah.
Because 69...
Where's Sheila gone?
Where's my Sheila gone, mate? Tragically, her body was found with a blood-soaked copy of the Melbourne Herald dated 16th of November 1978, and she'd been shot.
As well?
So had she been shot on the 16th of November, or does someone throw that there? We don't know. We just don't know. But she was shot, whereas Jack was shot in the leg, Eve was shot deaded.
Oh.
So it's very tragic, isn't it? Crime and criminals had moved on to a more violent era, and Jack Karlson did not want any further part in this. He and the children moved from town to town, poaching the odd sheep. I don't think that meant, like, putting a sheep into boiling water.
Oh, okay.
I think it meant stealing the odd sheep.
Okay.
Liberating the odd vegetable or two. Again,
liberating? Is that like digging them out of the ground and letting them free? Go free, carrot, go free.
Or robbing the odd grocery store of what they needed. So they were living on the land, basically, and they did that for many years.
Yes, they were, weren't they? Hand to mouth.
Hand to mouth, and he was showing his children bushcraft and how to survive in the outback of the wild Australias.
Yeah, how to deal with the bush.
Yes, but the bush as in the geographic area of the Australia inner, not bush as in what you were thinking of, you dirty...
No, I wasn't. I was thinking of what you said the first bit, the
filthy pig.
They have to learn the art of the bush. One
day, Jack had a bit of a brainwave. I don't know what was the matter with him on this day, but one day he decided to show Jim, this is his son Jim, decided to show Jim the art of cracking a safe. He chose a safe in an estate agent's during opening hours while the staff was still in there. Of course,
I just show my son how to crack this safe.
Yeah, of course they called the police, and when they arrived, Jack riled them into beating them with their batons, and all the time pretending to enjoy it, and even helping himself to a quick choke of the chicken. If you get where I'm coming from.
No, I don't.
He enjoyed it that much. He was pretending to enjoy it, and he enjoyed it rather too much. I mean, imagine being his kids.
Your dad's getting beaten by batons, and then he's trying to pull hot white coconuts from the veiny palm tree. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, I mean, imagine that.
Wow.
Imagine watching that. He hoped to prove himself mad and get sent to a mental hospital rather than prison because they were easier to break out of.
Yeah.
And he was sent to a mental hospital, and he did break out of it. Jack Karlson was only ever arrested once more in his entire life, and it was the 11th of October, 1991.
A long time ago, but a long time after he escaped for his misdemeanours.
Yeah, so he kind of knew what he was doing, I suppose, but his children must...
He knew how to pull it off.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's very good.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah, you said that with a bit of relish.
I did, yes.
This is 11th of October 1991, okay? So Jack was treating his friend to lunch at a restaurant in Fortitude Valley in Queensland this time. So he's getting around Australia, isn't he?
I don't know geographically of Australia. It's too big.
It's not Brisbane, is it?
I don't know.
I don't know where is Brisbane. I don't know. Yeah, it's in Australia.
Yeah, it's over there somewhere. Yeah.
Roughly the same size as the Isle of Wight.
It's a big place. You'd know if you'd been.
You would, wouldn't you? Yeah. I've been, actually. Did I tell you?
No, you've not said that, no.
No, yeah, I've spent a lot of time in Sydney.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And I've been to Australia. Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Both. Yeah. It was a long flight in Sydney, just happened to be sitting in the seat next to me. He was treating a friend to lunch at a restaurant in Fortitude Valley in Queensland. He'd been there so many times, he'd often get treated to a complimentary drink. He was a bit of a regular.
Yeah.
In fact, he'd been there so many times, he'd caught the attention of a fraud investigator working for American Express. It turns out that someone in the area had racked up quite a bill using stolen credit cards.
What do you think it was our man?
According to a police detective who was called to the scene, a restaurant worker pointed out Jack to the investigator because he was certain he had presented cards in 2 different names in the past. Now, that's not unlikely, is it? Because we know Jack has got some aliases going down.
Yes, he was Helmet Marksman.
Helmet Marksman. His real name is Cecil Edwards.
Yeah.
And Jack Karlson is just a name he made up and pulled out of his ass.
Yeah.
So, yeah, who knows?
You pull Jack out your ass, you're doing all right.
The investigator immediately recognised his prey and called in the police. Or the police-o, I suppose I might call them over there.
They call them coppers.
And said he had one of Queensland's most wanted cornered. Because the call had gone out that an international gangster had been cornered, so this is escalating, isn't it? That escalated quickly.
Sounds like it is.
Police surrounded the restaurant and were beaten to it by the waiting media who had been tipped off. The arresting officer said Jack was as calm as anything. He was happy to go with us, he said. Well, as happy as you can be to be arrested until he saw the media, and that's when he just went berserk.
I'm getting excited. I think I know what it is.
There, he hasn't done what he did in that estate agents.
No, not that far.
Jack's rant made the news. He knew he was innocent, and apparently as soon as the cop car drove away, he said that was fun and returned to absolute calmness. It was his resemblance to either a genuine international gangster or a notorious dine and dash merchant, a Hungarian chess player named Paul Charles Dozer, that landed him in bother. No one realised that they actually did have a known criminal with outstanding arrest warrants and a history of daring prison escapes. So that's why Jack was let free the following day with nothing more than an apology. It wasn't until 2006 that someone uploaded the clip to the internet of his arrest outside this restaurant that it took the world by storm. It's become one of the biggest memes ever, with millions upon millions of views. Merchandise is available, and despite a mystery as to who Mr. Democracy Manifest was, Jack Karlson or Cecil Edwards eventually felt secure enough to appear on Australian TV. He sold paintings of the arrest right up until he died of prostate cancer in 2024.
Was it a succulent Chinese meal?
It was a succulent Chinese meal.
Hey! So he was. I thought he wasn't the crim, but he was a crim.
He was a crim.
Wow. A very clever one.
He had existing arrest warrants out for him when he was arrested. But they just let him go because he wasn't...
Get your hands off my penis. I see you know your judo well.
But you just assured me that I could speak.
Now sit down inside the car. We're not assuring anything. We're under arrest.
Look, I'm under what?
Come on.
Gentlemen, this is Democracy Manifest. Have a look at the headlock here. See that chap over there? Get your hand off my penis! This is the bloke who got me on the penis before.
Get some cups.
Why did you do this to me?
Hop in the car. Get some cups.
For what reason? What is the charge? Eating a meal? A succulent Chinese meal? Oh, that's a nice headlock, sir. Oh, yes. I see that you know your judo well. Good one, sir. And you, sir, are you waiting to receive my limp penis? How dare get your hands off there.
Well, I've only got one cup.
Ta-ta! And farewell.
So I guess getting all that.
One cup, look. They've even broken.
I see you know your judo well. Yes. There he is.
And you, sir, are you ready to accept my limp penis? How dare you? The greatest arrest in history, without
the greatest
question.
Arrest in history. Yeah.
Without question. And, listener, if you haven't actually seen this. You can find it all over the internet on YouTube. We have played a clip for you of the audio, but of course the actual visual recording has been made and it is widely available. And I think Neil would join me. Hello, Neil.
Bonjour.
Will you join me in recommending to our listener that if they haven't already seen it, they spend a little bit of time researching Jack Karlson's arrest?
Yes, definitely.
And looking at it, you probably won't find it listed as Jack Karlson, but you'll certainly find it as Democracy Manifest.
Or Succulent Chinese Meal.
Or Succulent, that's another name, but people call it by that. But it is the greatest arrest in all history. The man became a legend on the back of that.
You, sir, are you ready to accept my limp penis?
How dare you? Yeah, it's absolutely brilliant. So there we go, listener. We've wasted your time again with another episode of
Honourable Mentions,
and we look forward to seeing you next week when we will come back to you with another episode of
Honourable Mentions, buddy.
But we don't know whether it will be in Australia, Honourable Mentions. I don't think it will.
Well, we should need time to travel back.
But I'll tell you what, we can go anywhere in the world. They can't stop us now.
No.
Thank you. Thank you,
Starship
listener.
said, nothing's going to stop us now. Was that Starship?
I thought it was, yeah. I thought you were going to start singing it.
No, I did things like that. I'll let the listeners get that into their head and they'll think, oh, I might listen to that one. I like that song.
No, they won't, because they'll be too busy Googling Democracy Manifest.
Oh, yeah, of course they will.
And listening to other episodes of Honourable Mentions, of course, which are available wherever you stream your podcasts. And if you found
wherever
this
that might be, Stephen.
Yes, if you found this episode, I'm sure you can find others.
Yeah, just use a bit of common sense.
Well, listener, we would like to really say thank you, because we do mean it. I know we say it at the end of every episode, but we do mean it, don't we, Neil?
I do. I mean it fruitfully.
You mean it fruitfully, do you?
Yes, I do, with relish.
Or gentlemen's, or
no,
Branston?
Branson.
Just regular
Gentleman's relish is his own private kingdom.
See, you don't bother spraying that everywhere. So, thank you, listener, once again for joining us for another exciting look back in time at someone who led an extraordinary life.
He did lead an extraordinary life, didn't he?
He did lead an extraordinary life.
I enjoyed that. And he finished it off with a succulent Chinese meal.
Not necessarily on the right side of the law,
no.
But he was just a good old boy, wasn't he? Never meaning no harm.
Yeah, been in trouble with the law.
It's all you ever saw. Been in trouble with the law since the day he was born. He had, kind of sums him up nicely. Yeah. But there we go. Thank you, listener. Once again, we keep saying that, but we do mean it. Really, I go to bed every night.
Really do.
I go to bed every night and close my eyes and think, hello, dear baby Jesus. Thank you for our listener. Thank you.
That sounds a bit wrong. Stop it.
Sounds a bit creepy, doesn't it?
Yeah, pack it in.
Thank you.
Stop it.
But there we go. Well, join us next week for another episode of
Honourable Mentions, you slag.
Bye. You're not going to say bye, Neil?
Bye.
Good day, listener. It's me, Margot Robbie off of the films and that. You can't tell by my accent, but I'm Australian. No, really. I enjoy a good old succulent Chinese meal as well as the next Aussie. I've just popped in to say thank you for doing my mates at Honourable Mentions a real solid. I actually met Steve once, but he doesn't like to talk about it, but I still know how much you mean to him and the other one. Please like, subscribe, share, and leave a 5-star review, or I'll send him round with his photograph album and tell him you're interested in all his celebrity stories. I like to keep in touch at honourablementionspod@gmail.com or on social media. And did you know Honourable Mentions is researched by Stephen Webb and it's an Uncover Brothers production? Crazy, right? They don't even have a script or any form of competency at all. What a talent. Speaking of talent, the theme is written and performed by Pepe and the Bandits. Did you know that? You can give them a listen wherever you stream your music. Excuse me a moment. How is that, darling? Do I get the part?